Is Ariel, and tonight is August 2022 Tarot Monthly Forecast for our air signs. We will be doing 3 separate readings tonight, one for Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, and it's going to bring through all of your messages and energies that you'll be experiencing over the month of August 2022. These will all be, of course, general readings, so take them as they resonate to you. I always say that mostly they do impact your sun, moon, Venus, and rising. Your sun is your conscious mind, conscious ego awareness. The moon is the subconscious drives, the interpersonal needs. And your Venus sign, of course, is your socialization, the way that you love, the way that you connect with others. And our rising sign is the channel through which all of the chart is expressed. So those are very important, but it doesn't mean that the other planets are not. So if you have something, like Mars in a certain sign, or, Mercury in another sign, and you feel very strongly pulled to that, you may find that that reading is applicable as well. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. As always, like, share, and subscribe to the video if you enjoy these readings. I also am available for personal readings. You can find the information down below to contact me for that. And also I do accept donations during the live streams or off of them. During the live stream, you can donate through Super Chat on eBay. eBay. YouTube. I have an eBay store, so I have eBay on the brain. And you can also use my Venmo or PayPal links down below. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Tonight we are going to start out with our Geminis. So Gemini, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. These are going to be your messages through the Tarot and Oracle for the month of August 2022. Keep in mind, these are general readings. If it doesn't apply to you, feel free to throw it right out. You may find more info in your moon sign, rising, etc. So let's go ahead and see what's up for our Geminis right now. We are in Leo season. We've actually cycled through quite a bit of Gemini energy. So you've been through a lot. I feel like this has been a busy year so far for you guys. Let's see what we have. Dear Spirit, angels, guardians, and guides. Let's see what we have for our beautiful Geminis. Anything they need to see for August 2022. Let's start out with some oracle themes for them. Oh, Gemini, are you getting ready for a journey or a trip of some kind? We have the Voyage card as the major theme of your month of August. So this, sometimes can mean literal travel. It could even be overseas, over ocean travel, just like the picture shows. But it can also be a journey of the soul, the journey of the self, rising to another level of self-awareness, merging both the intellect and the intuition here, just like in this card. So that is your theme for the month of August. Let's get a numerology card for you. Let's see what special number is coming out for Gemini. And look at that. There I said a merging of intellect and intuition, the number 22. Powerful master number there. And the intuition is a very highlighted and heightened there. Oh my goodness. This to me, 22 is very much a number of mastery. So Gemini, this could be a month where you're really creating a lot of things. You could be working on a new project. You could be creating something with your hands, creating something out of your intellect. Being a songwriter or a writer in general comes to mind, because Geminis many times have a lot to say. They say a lot. Their minds are always very active. But I feel like there's this melding of, the mind, the intellect, the logic, and your intuitive emotions. So there could be a lot of beautiful manifestations on the way for you as well, that you are in the position of controlling and, creating for yourself. So let's see what we have next in your crystals, gemstones, and chakra. Let's see what is being most activated and what's best for you to work with for August. Oh my goodness, beautiful. So there's a little heart healing going on, Gemini. I'm going to pull just one more. I'm going to pull the card from the bottom of the deck as well, because Gemini, you are my twins. You are my dual nature folks. So I feel like this is a beautiful combination for you. Look at that rose quartz with the turquoise. Funny enough, I actually do have rose quartz and turquoise sitting on my desk right now. But the rose quartz is beautiful. It really fosters unconditional love and heart chakra healing. The turquoise is very much about the throat and the heart chakra. Keyword of balance, love and balance. So I think that Gemini, this is really a beautiful month. There's so much coming together from the heart space, the intuition space, and your mind, but also from the heart, speaking from the heart, being very truthful and honest about how you feel is part of August for you guys. Let's get into a guardian or spiritual guide. Please show us which one of you wants to help our Geminis out the most for August 2022. Again, I feel like two are coming out, guys. Hey there, Yuyi. Good to see you in the chat. So these two both kind of flew out for you, Gemini. The first one would be Freya and then El Moria. Both are very, very strong in their own right. So Freya is cycles and phases. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. El Moria is the way awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So I feel like there are some phases that are cycling through with Freya. They also could be some romantic cycles or personal social cycles, because to me, you know, there is that phase of love going on. There is that phase of maybe, you know, even thinking about love and relating to each other in a different kind of way. And with El Moria in play, to me, that's really becoming aware not only of your intuitive powers, but also your position in that intuitive space of understanding what your abilities are, where your space is, and also being, you know, keeping healthy boundaries, wear the cloak of protection, right? You don't have to just let anybody into your presence, into your energy space. Those are both strong, guys. And Freya also, you know, she's connected with the raven too. You know, that's just, to me, pure magic. That's pure magic. All right, Gemini, let's go ahead and jump into your tarot. We're going to see what is coming up. Hey there, Shauna. Hey, Yuyi. Good to see you again, hun. And Corey Ann, good to see you there, honey. All right. All right, Spirit, let's see what we got for Gemini in the tarot tonight. And we are going to do a nice full Celtic cross spread with clarifiers, Gemini. So we're going to get a nice big picture of your month and what you need to know about it. Yeah, there's a lot on your mind. Not surprising. Things are in motion, though. They are in a lot of motion here. This is a lot of movement going on. Okay, so Knight of Swords coming through here, Gemini, as your central present energy card. Yes, there is a lot on your mind. You may feel a little nervous. You may feel anxious. You may feel like you've got a lot to say, and you may feel like, oh, I don't have a lot of time to say it, or I feel like there's this sort of pressure, and I've really got to rush in fast and cut through all the confusion and speak my mind, even if it makes me a little nervous to do so. Look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of passion behind this. Like we said, there's this merging of the intellect and the intuition and the emotion and passion. We got the Knight of Wands clarifying the Knight of Swords. So it's not just stuff on your mind, it's also on your heart. And you do feel kind of restless, or maybe a lot restless, depending on the person who's watching this. You may have a lot of restless energy right now. You may feel this need to kind of go, do and say and think and feel. And there's a lot that you feel like you need to share with others. You may also have travel plans coming up on the horizon. You may have a trip or may have something that you're going to do very soon. In the immediate past, we have the Devil card, Capricorn energy. Like I said, I feel like you guys have been very busy. And, you know, Capricorn Devil energy is very busy. And it's not always the most fun kind of busy. Sometimes it just makes you feel like you've been a bit of a workaholic, maybe chained or tethered to routines or habits that you're not exactly happy with, whatever those may be. So I feel like this is a time where, you know, you may be kind of breaking free of that with those nights. It's kind of like, oh, I gotta get out of this. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. And it may be just that you're tired of being patient. Oh my goodness. Clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of my Geminis have been really busy. You've been working hard, maybe too hard, and maybe not having quite enough fun. You know, that's very possible. So I feel like, you know, the extreme reaction to that is that you're like, I've got to break free. I can't, you know, I just can't stand being in this work environment one more day. I have to get doing something else. Going into the future, though, as the second half of this month unfolds of August, Gemini, we have got the Chariot card, subconscious energy. This is Cancer. This is Cancer's power card here. Not only does this denote more travel to me, it also really shows that you are growing, you're developing in your personal understanding and awareness. To me, the Chariot is really about understanding the two sides of ourselves, the dark, the light, the feminine, the masculine, the yin and the yang, right? And so, you know, it's really understanding those two sides of ourselves. And Gemini, you are a dual sign, so you really do have those two sides of yourself, but I feel like they're coming into a greater sense of peace, and you're working together with those two sides of what you need, want, and desire, rather than having it trample all over you. And to me, it feels very nice that you're going from that central energy with those Knights, which feel a little more restless, to the Chariot, which is still very much in motion, but it's a more calm and more personally directed. It's very focused. On the bottom, subconscious position. What's in your heart of hearts? What's your deep desire this month? Is the Page of Pentacles, Gemini. You're going to be thinking about new ideas, new places to plant those seeds of thought. Maybe you're thinking about financial investments, maybe a new job, a new class, going back to school, something that's going to set you in a new direction. This is my little adventure of the tarot. So guys, there is a lot of movement. There's a ton of travel energy here. It's absolutely all over this initial spread. There's even more. You haven't seen it yet. I'm going to show you in just a second. Let's first clarify the Page of Pentacles, please. And it is the Lovers. Oh, yeah. So Gemini, you may be thinking about who should I invest in, you know, especially for my single Geminis. You're like, okay. And this is your power card. The Lovers is the Gemini power card. So I think it's also about you really not only maybe a love connection or saying, okay, who should I invest my time and my energy in and my resources in? But it's also saying to invest in yourself as well, right? Because to me, it's like you're investing and stepping back into your true nature, into your true power place. That's a really nice combination. And I forgot to clarify the Chariot. Let's do that as well for your future position. Please, Spirit, show us a clarifier for the Chariot for Gemini. Oh my goodness, these are gorgeous. Look at that Star card. Cancer and Aquarius energy here. So I really do feel that as the second half of this month unfolds, like you really do have this hopeful feeling for light at the end of the tunnel. It's like you feel like maybe you're finally coming out of a dark place. Maybe you've really done some work. You've expressed a lot. This is going to be, you're going to be expressing a lot, talking a lot in the first half of the month, but I feel like the second half gets a lot easier because you're like, oh, okay, now I've learned something deep about myself. I have greater personal awareness and strength. I'm calmer about my movement forward, and it feels like there's a light on the horizon. It feels like the good stuff is coming with that Star card. That's the return of hope and faith being restored. On the top, look at this crowning the spread. Message from Spirit is the Wheel of Fortune. So Gemini, there is just travel, 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 and movement all over this. This, of course, to me is Jupiter energy. So it is about expansion, movement, going outside of yourself, coming out of stagnation, the wheel finally moving forward in your favor. So I feel like Spirit's really letting you know this is happening in a big way that's very positive for you, even if it feels challenging, because sometimes I say Jupiter energy, it can feel like growing pains. You know, there's often people that will ask me, you know, why is it that if I'm in a Jupiter return, it's supposed to be super positive and amazing? Why am I feeling so much pressure? And it's usually because it's asking you to grow past something that you no longer need. It's time to grow. It's time to expand. It's time to go to the next level. And sometimes that is a little painful because we're stretching and we're also releasing, right? Yeah, it's a balance act. Here's some more of that goaty Capricorn energy with the Two of Pentacles. You are in a balancing act right now. I do feel like Spirit's kind of saying that, you know, Gemini, it's important for you to not be too serious these days. It's funny because Gemini is often thought of as this very jovial, upbeat, frivolous extrovert, but you know, sometimes your other twin can be quite heavy. And I feel like you have been for a little bit here. I do. I feel like you're coming out of that Devil, Seven of Pentacles. We've got the Two of Pentacles up here clarifying this Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like, you know, you've been very serious for the last little bit here. You've been very like, maybe very focused on work, very focused on heavy issues. And it's like, this is reminding you, it's like you need to have a little bit of fun too, Gemini. You need to let yourself not take it all on your shoulders, right? Don't take it all on your shoulders. Let's get into some advice for you. Also with that Chariot and that Star card coming out like that, it feels like a sense of emotional freedom as well. You know, you may be releasing yourself from something rather codependent. It's very possible because Cancer can be a little bit cling wrappy, a little bit codependent, and the Star is independence and freedom and liberation. So you may be liberating yourself from something like that as well for some of you. Going into the suggested approach, look at that, Six of Wands. That's some happy Leo energy. Yes, victory, success, recognized achievements. I feel like your best bet is to really embrace a attitude or a mentality of success, right? Instead of thinking, oh, nothing's going to turn out in my favor, nothing's going to work out the way I want it to, it's really important that you kind of look at where the successes and the advancements can happen here. Yeah, Five of Swords. There was another sign, I'm trying to remember. We did it last night. It was one of my fire signs. I'm trying to recall it. But they had something a little similar where it was like Five of Swords, you know. I feel like there could be people around you or could have been somebody around you who was just really not for your best. I feel more that this is probably a coworker or somebody that you know. I don't get the sense that this is a romantic connection, but this is not a good person. Five of Swords type people are usually the kind of folks that stab us in the back. They win at all costs. They don't mind stepping on others to get ahead. And they tend to lead us down a path of bad risk, right? And it's like you both might get hurt, but they'll let you take the bulk of the blame. It's that kind of individual. And so I feel like as you become more successful or you align your mind to an energy of success, they get more riled. That's what I feel. They might be really jealous. They might be sitting there like, why is Gemini doing so good? That's not fair. You know, they're feeling all kinds of weirdness about it. So just be aware of that. Don't let someone negative or someone that has proven themselves to be a risky person or a bad you know, investment of your time. Don't let them take you down a negative path, because they might see that success or that positive energy that you're working to embrace, and as you know, because they're jealous, they want to drag you back down to their level, right? And that's never somewhere you want to go. What you need to know, yes, Nine of Wands. I feel like you guys do need rest. That's a big one. This is the you need a nap card. It is also a card of courage and strength. You've been fighting a hard battle. You're very strong. You're working to protect what you've created, what you care about. But yeah, you are tired and you do need a rest. You do need that safe space to lower your defenses because you're guarded right now. It's kind of like, who's bothering me? Who's gonna mess with my stuff? And it's, you know, you need some safe time to just kind of let those walls down so that you can really relax. Knight of Cups. We've got another knight. It's interesting actually because I almost get the sense that you might be a little bit stressed out about a love offer or about a romantic or potential romantic connection, because the Knight of Cups often means, you know, somebody coming in asking for a date, or you feeling something for somebody and thinking about extending an offer to them. So I feel like you're a little bit like, it's a little bit stressful for you. You're kind of like, oh, I don't know. Do I want to take this on? Do I want to deal with this right now? I've got so much on my plate. It's that kind of feeling. Hopes and fears position is the Three of Wands. I do feel that there's a part of you that knows you just need to kind of relax, let your ships come in. If you've already put in a lot of investment, a lot of work, a lot of effort, you know, that's the time to do it. But you also have a little nervousness about doing that because you've got this real thing about work. Recently, Gemini, you've got a real thing about work. And I almost get this feeling that you're kind of worried that if you even take a small break, that like your empire is going to fall down. Like you're worried that if you don't just stay on it every single minute, every single day, that it's going to not go the way you want it. So this is a real reminder to kind of give yourself a break yet again, and don't let yourself stress about doing it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay, you can just double up all of what I just said. Three of Wands clarified by Three of Wands. Yeah, you really are like, I know. It's like, I know my ships are coming in, but I feel like if I don't keep working at every day, that's where that devil from the past is coming from. The overworking, the putting too much pressure to succeed on yourself. You want this easy feeling of success, right? With that Six of Wands. That's what you want. Leo energy that's like, give it to me because I'm awesome. Not the Capricorn thing that's like, I have to work my butt off to get any little bit that I get, right? That's embrace the Leo magic. Here's the outcome card, or Leo Queen, the Queen of Wands. Yes, I think Gemini, this is a beautiful month where you're really attuning yourself to a more positive viewpoint. We are in Leo season, and we do also have Jupiter retrograde in Aries for the month, and that is impacting you in a couple positive ways. It puts those really nice sextile transit, not transits, but aspects, sorry, my brain, onto your sign. So it really opens up a lot of doors of opportunity, and I feel like it's an opportunity to really use your magic, to start feeling better about yourself, to improve your self-esteem, sense of self-worth, and confidence. That's what our Queen of Wands is about. Let's get a clarifier on her, please. Yeah, there's something you're letting go. This is definitely a month of journeys, because to me we've got three knights. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Chariot, we've got the Eight of Cups. These are all cards of continuing a journey here, right? And I do feel that the strength of that card is having the understanding to know that if you've got to move past something that's not good enough for you, it's totally fine. Look what we've got on the bottom here, Gemini. Power couple. Queen of Wands is coming back out again, and this time she's joined by the King of Wands. So here we go. There's our fire king and queen magic. You could be dealing with a fire sign. You could. There's a lot of signs on this read, but you could be dealing with a fire sign if there are romantic connections involved this month. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and even if they aren't a fire sign, they could have those fire sign qualities of being very dynamic, kind of leadership, go-getters, very direct. They say what they think. That kind of vibe. Let's get an affirmation on this month for you, Gemini. space clearance, fire element. I'm saying, Gemini, it's a fiery month. You are feeling the Leo heat. I'm telling you. All right, so the fire element. The appearance of this card is a serious sign that space clearance and negative energy removal are needed. Environmental or personal space or both could be affected. Attend to needed cleansing to bring in positive, fresh energy. There you go. I said, you know, that Five of Swords was that's the only real sneaky Pete in the whole reading here, is that old Five of Swords, you know. The only other difficulty is sometimes I think you've been working too hard. I think you've been running yourself ragged. I think you've been putting a little too much on yourself. So just keep that in balance, Gemini. And the other thing, of course, is to be very aware of people who are just there to, like, thwart you. To mess with your plans, to steal your thunder, to break you down when you're starting to feel up. You don't want those. And there's plenty of those out there, you know. They're pretty easy to see when you get them cornered. Pretty easy to see. Just put them under a little pressure. They crack real easy. Wow, what a read. What a reading, guys. That was a good one. Hope you have an amazing month, Gemini. That was a fabulous read. All right, let's get these cards cleared. Let's get our space ready. We're going to bring in our Libras. It's been a crazy couple days. So yesterday when we were doing our fire sign readings, we had like somebody like started just doing a fireworks display out there. It was crazy loud. Today and last night, very, very stormy. Lots of thunderstorms, lots of rain. Now it's really, really like calmed down and the frogs are singing. You can hear them just singing and singing. They like all that rain. They really enjoy it. All right, Libra time. Good to see you guys. This is going to be your monthly tarot forecast messages for August 2022. Libra, I hope you are doing great. We are in a Leo season, so happy Leo season to you. This is a new moon cycle we just started yesterday as well, so this is a very, very positive time indeed. We are going to see what's coming up for you, and we're going to start out with Oracle. We're going to do a full Celtic cross spread with the tarot as well. So dear angels, divine beings, guardians, let's see what we have for our beautiful Geminis. Anything they need to see for their highest and best good for August 2022. Please show us Libra. It's a month of action, Libra. Definitely not a time for sitting still or taking the more passive route. That is it, you know, and I think it's interesting because, you know, Jupiter just went retrograde in Aries. Aries is your balancing act sign, and it is a sign of action. So you may definitely be feeling the push-pull of where to go and what to do next. There's a lot of activity coming through. Being in motion is where it's at for you this month, Libra. Let's see what we have in your numerology. Let's get a special number for our Libras, please. Wow, there's some completions coming up in your life this month too, with the number 99. Wow. And of course, if you add the nines together, you get 18. Add those together, you get another 9. So this, you know, nines to me are numbers of completion, cycles coming to fruition. And this, of course, brings in the compassion, right? The compassionate energy. You know, this is that energy of forgiveness. Let bygones be bygones, because the cycle's ending anyway. You know, it's like, let's let it go. So compassion in motion, completion in action here, Libra. That's very beautiful. Let's get into a crystal And chakra card. Let's see what's going to be most activated and best for you to work with this month. Ooh, the peridot. Yeah, and it's pretty wild because, you know, this is a heart chakra stone, and it is that keyword of teaching. Oh my goodness, Libra. It's funny because my best friend up here is a Libra, and she is a teacher, so I'm gonna share this reading with her for sure. You know, peridot, interestingly enough, is also considered a Leo birthstone, and we are in Leo season, so this may be a very positive gemstone for you to work with, right? You know, to me, peridot is a very warming kind of stone. You don't need much of it. Usually you can only find small pieces of it anyway, but wow, it packs a lot of punch. So if you want to work with the peridot or, you know, a heart chakra stone, that's the one to use, Libra. You're going to be, I get this message too, like, it's like you're teaching people how to treat you. Yeah. By treating yourself really well. Like, that's a big thing. Going into our guardians and guides. Let's see what we have. Spiritual guardians and guides. Which of you wants to come through, please, for our Libras for August 2022? Which one of you wants to work with them? Wow. Okay, you got a powerful dude on your side. Mr. Odin is coming out, okay? Psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. That's a big one there, Libra. That's that very, very strong energy of spiritual intuition, psychic ability, and it is release. It is, again, you know, there is something about cycles completing here. Is a sense of release, giving up certain things, yeah, that you no longer need, or things that are weighing you down, or people that are weighing you down. Let's get into your tarot. Let's see what's going on. All right, Spirit, let's see what we've got. Nice big picture for Libra for August 2022. We are going to clarify all of these cards as well, Libra. We're going to do our best to get a nice big picture for you. Yeah. You're being careful. Yeah, you're being real careful. Oof. Very interesting. Very different from what Gemini had. Totally different energy. So right in the center, we have got Four of Pentacles. So this is your central energy. It's very Capricorn energy here for you, Libra. Yeah, you're being careful. You're playing things close to the chest. You don't want to get taken advantage of emotionally or financially. You're kind of like, I got to be careful because, you know, I don't want to get taken advantage of. I don't want to get hurt. So this is that balance that you have to walk this month. Libra is all about the balance between how much you open up and give and how much you keep in reserve for yourself. You know, does it feel right to open up? Does it feel wrong to open up? But you don't want to be so closed off that you can't let people in at all. It's a fine line, and it's a normal reaction, especially if you've been through a tough time recently or even way in the past, right? It's easy to fall into this Four of Pentacles because you're like, I gotta be careful here. I gotta be watchful. Ace of Pentacles, but there's a part of you, you know, Libra's a very generous sign. In my opinion, they give a lot. But that Ace of Pentacles is strong because it's like, I really do want to give. I do want to be open. And it's also kind of saying if you're too closed, it's like the universe can't get in and give you more because you're just like, ah. So this is a big balance, right? That's a big balancing act that you're going to be working with this month. In the immediate past, we've got this King of Swords, Aquarius energy. It can be very aloof, emotionally detached. You might have been dealing with somebody who was aloof and emotionally detached, maybe a fellow air sign or somebody that just kind of keeps you at arm's length. Or maybe you were the one that had to detach from somebody if they just weren't treating you right. That could be part of it too. King of Swords overall, you know, he's kind of the master strategist. the master planner. He thinks things very logically, very intellectually. Libra, you might have been dealing with somebody who's like your best was just never good enough kind of feeling. I almost get that. And you might have been so focused on them or on a situation of some kind that you couldn't see the other good things that were coming in. I get like the cure to breadcrumbing. It's like somebody was just giving you just enough to keep you in it, but not enough to really make you super happy. That could be a thing that some of y'all have gone through. Going into the immediate future, we go from the Four of Pentacles to the Five. So I really do feel, you know, Libra, this is something that you're dealing with throughout the month, is coming to grips with a feeling of scarcity. And for some of you, it could be a financial feeling, right? You want to make sure that your money is solid, that you're not spending too much, giving too much, trying to do too much. But I also get for some of you, this is like a real heart space thing. Like this really is, because many times I feel like that, you know, that Five of Pentacles is sort of like you're just trying to survive on almost nothing. And you're putting up with someone or something that's only just, like I said, doing the bare minimum, just giving you enough to keep you alive, but not enough to keep you from being hungry, right? And so, you know, to me, both the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, you know, require a change of viewpoint, a change of approach. And of course, the big one with the Five of Pentacles is why stay outside in the cold where the lights are on inside, where you could go in and get warm and probably get something to eat in there too. You know, it's like don't stay out. Don't stay with somebody or some situation where you're just only getting the minimum, you know. This can be that feeling of being at arm's length again from someone or something that you really wanted to be a part of. Yeah, use your intuition about this. Pay attention to the subtle messages. Sometimes it's not what people say, it's what they do. And I want you to pay attention to that. And also pay attention to the people and the circumstances that you find yourself in. How do they make you feel? That's the litmus test. If you're around someone or in a certain place and you just feel drained and you feel worse after you've been around them, that's a clear sign. If you feel good and you feel uplifted and you feel encouraged after, that's a clear sign too. Yeah. In your subconscious position, Libra, the Empress, that's what's in your heart of hearts. That's what you deeply, truly desire and want. You want this abundance, this fertility, this creativity, you know, creative energy. This is one of your power cards. It's Venus ruled, right? So it's a Libra and Taurus card. You know, you really want to be in your power. The Empress is the combination of all the queens, right? So you really do want to be in that divine, powerful place where you're seated on your throne. You're creating things that make you happy. You've got your abundance together. You're not wanting for anything, right? Overflowing with prosperity of all kinds. And it might require you leaving something or someone behind to get it. Look at that with the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's you being in movement. You're kind of going, yeah, in order to get this ultimate happiness, I may have to shift. I may have to release something. It's like, yeah, you're pretty good. You actually check off a lot of the boxes, but there's just one box that's really, really important for me. I know this might be a little specific for some of my Libras. It's not going to apply to everyone. But the Empress, she's all about pregnancy, having a family, right? You know, there is that thing. And if like you're wanting to have kids or wanting to have a home and a family and maybe the other person doesn't, that could be you leaving it behind, even if they're really nice otherwise. That could be sort of just going, I like it, but you know, it's not the whole picture. Or maybe you want like a really creative career, or you really want to follow a super creative path, because that's also the Empress, right? She's a creative artist, right? She's a creator. And if the person or situation, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a partner, whatever it is not down with that, you're like, I gotta go, because that's not going to fulfill me over time. I know what I want, right? You can't second guess that. On the top, crowning the spread, yes, Four of Swords. You do need some rest. do need some relaxation. Spirit's really telling you, you know, you don't have to fight every battle, Libra. Sometimes it's okay to sit them out, right? It's very much your energy because it's the swords, it's the air, it's you, you know, and you got to keep the life in balance. That's a card where it's like you're trying to do and be for everyone, and it's like, no, you need a little break. You need a little break. Yeah, and I said there weren't too many similarities between this and the Gemini read, but there might be a few. There might be a few, okay? I think you need a break from difficult people and circumstances as well. This Five of Swords, you know, you gotta avoid the narcissists, the energy thieves, the people that tend to just take, and not give back. That's the people you gotta check out from. Don't let them lead you down a negative path, Libra. It's better to just, instead of fighting or engaging with people like that, it's better to pull back, take your energy back, turn your phone off, block them, whatever you gotta do. Yeah. Let's get into some advice. This is a lot going on with y'all. It's a real security conscious month. Very conscious of your resources, conscious of your life goals, your needs, your wants. Let's get into it. Let's get some advice for Libra, please. Wow, it's just popping. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, nice outcome card. Ooh, nice card on the bottom too. Wow. Okay. Suggested approach here, Libra, is the Knight of Cups. So I would say for my single Libras, don't close yourself off from entertaining, you know, love offers, dating offers. Even if you're seeing somebody right now and somebody else comes along like, hey, let's go out. Go ahead and do it. You know, it's like if you're not really like, you know, super committed to any particular thing right now, this is definitely a time to be open to giving and receiving offers of love, going out on dates, getting to know each other, socializing. Yeah. Let's get a clarifier on the Knight of Cups, please. Yeah, it's the Tower. It might shake things up a little bit. And I also get the sense this could be unexpected love offers. Like this could really hit you from out of the blue. Like it could be sort of like, whoa, I didn't expect that person to like me back. Or I didn't think they really even cared. You know, it surprises you, right? Because that's Mars energy. It can be really unexpected turns of events. So there could be a love offer or somebody that catches your eye this month that you're really quite surprised by. Like, and it's just kind of like, it could just sort of shift your whole direction. It could really be like, whoa, I thought I was going this way and now not going. I'm going another way. What you need to know is the Queen of Pentacles. We talked about how the Empress is the combination of all the queens, and if I was going to associate her with any of the other queens, the most it would be the Queen of Pentacles, because she is, again, earthy, prosperous, financially stable, makes good decisions with money, keeps a lot of boundaries around that. And I do feel like, Libra, this is just a huge month. You've got all these pentacles. You're really thinking about what you give and what you receive. You're definitely thinking about financial stability and making sure your resources are sound. So that's what you need to know is you're kind of thinking a little bit like an earth sign, a little bit like a Capricorn this month for sure. It's kind of like, okay, I want to make the best decision for me. I want to be able to be productive. I want to do something I love and I want to support myself doing it. Such Capricorn energy. Holy cow. So you know what, Libra, if you have any Capricorn placements big in your chart, you're going to feel this reading because Two of Pentacles is a Capricorn ruled card as well. So, you know, just keep it in balance. That's, again, it's kind of funny. Gemini had a little bit of that too. Y'all air signs been working. You guys are working hard. You're acting like Capricorns today. What's going on? So Libra, same deal. It's like, keep it in balance. Don't work yourself too hard, please. Remember to have some fun. You got to balance, little Libra scales. You got to balance. Here's one of your Libra cards coming out in the hopes and fears. This is the Two of Swords. This is an obvious. The fear is about, will I make the right choice? You know, Libras are famous for indecision and procrastination, and this is that card, right? So you're just sort of like, okay, I hope I make the right choice. Oh gosh. Hey there, Daisy. Good to see you, honey. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, I know. You. My Libra friend Katrina always says, Ariel, don't ask a Libra to make a decision. Wow. You know, it's, I felt both of these coming out around it, and I feel like Libra, literally, this could be you, especially my single Libras or my dating Libras. You're kind of like, you're trying to make the decision between what relationship feels like it has the most success of long-term happiness. Yeah, and success. Yeah, it's like which, because the Hierophant can often, you know, represent marriages, contracts, and agreements. Six of Wands, of course, is about success and victory. So it's like you really are like, okay. I feel like a lot of my Libras right now are very marriage or family minded. And so they're sort of just like, I want to make the best choice for what I feel is, you know, a good partnership that will last and be successful and happy. Simple as that. Wow. Outcome card. Wheel of Fortune, really nice outcome card here, Libra, because I do feel like you are expanding, you're breaking free from some old limiting beliefs or ideas. I do feel like you may be moving past someone or something, right? If you are, you know, kind of been stuck with someone where it's like most things are pretty good, but they're not everything that you really want, right? Let's get into a clarifier on this Wheel of Fortune. I knew Jupiter was kind of a major player this month for you guys because of its position in Aries, opposing your sign. Chariot card, clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. Both of these are movement, travel, going places, doing things. And to me, these are very highly aligned. Like, these are both highly aligned. They're very much about personal growth, learning, you know, understanding yourself and adjusting accordingly to what you know to be true about who you are. Yeah, on the bottom, wow, look at this. Okay, 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So yeah, you've got a lot. You're thinking a lot about this. This is like, I want relationships, I want friendships, I want love connections and partners who are going to last the test of time. That we're going to have enough in the bank to be, you know, at least stable. That we're going to have trust, loyalty, you know, the wisdom of the years, right? And you're thinking about it a lot. You're talking about it a lot. It's kind of like, I feel like right now, for my single Libras, especially for you that are actively like dating and meeting a lot of people, you're almost like, let's get this out of the way right here. This is what I want. And if you don't want that, move along. Like, you're really chop, because the Knight of Swords doesn't parse words. It just comes right out with it. It's like, boom, here's what I think. Here's what I want. I want to cut right through the BS. And what you're thinking about is that 10 of Pentacles. It's like, I want the ultimate picture. And if you don't want that ultimate picture with me, bye. Like, it's very just, you want what you want, and you want to make the choice that's going to bring you the most happiness and success. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild, y'all. All right, so let's get into it. It's good, you know, I mean, I feel like you're choosing what's going to make you happiest, and you're not going to choose people that just only do the bare minimum or only give you enough to keep you going, but not enough to really keep it thriving. Let's get an affirmation, please, for our Libras. Ooh, Sage. Yeah. I do. I feel like you're growing in wisdom. Look at that. Yeah. All right. So your life is an exciting, challenging, and rewarding journey. You are here to learn from these experiences and to teach and inspire. What's happening around you is part of your voyage. With each step, you gain wisdom and a deeper understanding of your calling. There it is. There's that teaching energy like we had with the peridot. Yep. Whew. Libra, use that intuition. Listen to that little inner voice. It ain't gonna steer you wrong. Are you going to a show tonight, Daisy? I think that's what you said. You're going to a concert. I got a couple I'm going to next weekend. I'm really excited. A couple EDM shows. Yeah, you're definitely, this is a kind of transformation month. Nice. Cool, Daisy. I hope you enjoy. That sounds fun. I love going to music, going to see music. Yeah, I know. That's 90s energy there. I love it. Yeah. It's warm in here. It's been off and on. It's like it'll get cool and then it'll get warm. Oh, nice. Nice, Daisy. Very cool. Yeah. All right, so we're on to our last reading of the night, and this is our last reading of our August forecast. So this is going to be Aquarius, guys. Hope my Aquarians are doing good. Welcome to Leo season. We are in it. So Aquarius, you know, that is your opposite sign, right? Your opposite equal balancer. So you may feel a little bit of the push and pull. You may be in that sort of like balancing act right now. This could really be a time where you're kind of like, I got to see things from my point of view, from their point of view. You might feel pulled a little bit in two directions, just saying. Anytime we have those oppositions, you know, you may have a real directive or imperative to balance something in your life or within yourself. All right, guys, let's see what we have got. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, let's see what we have for our beautiful Aquarians. Anything they need to see for their highest and best for August 2022. And Aquarius, we're going to pull a combination. I'm doing first some oracle cards to get your major monthly themes and energies, and then we're going to go into a full Celtic Cross tarot spread with clarifiers. Yeah, you're taking a trip. You and Gemini both, okay? You both had this card as your key word is the voyage. The voyage is coming up. So you might be crossing the ocean. You might be taking a big journey. If you're not taking a physical journey, this could be a journey of the heart and soul. You could be rising above. Just like I said for Gemini, you could be really merging that air sign energy with your intuitive qualities, because we do have that water, right? That water energy there. So, you know, to me, that's a combination of the practicality and also of the emotions, right? So let's get into a numerology card. Let's get a special number for Aquarius for the month of August. Oof. Okay, everything wants to go flipping and flying now all of a sudden. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, Aquarius. Number 78, spiritual career. You might be really rethinking what you're doing with your life. You might be thinking, well, what do I really want to be doing? Especially if you're not too happy with your job or happy with your career path or direction. You're kind of going, yeah, I picked this and I'm doing it, but I'm not happy about it. So you might be really contemplating a change. 7 to me is a number of personal development, learning, and growth. And the 8 is so much about manifestation and making something happen. So that is what you're doing this month. You're really considering this. Let's get into a crystal gemstone chakra card. Let's see what we have for you there. What's best to work with? What's being activated for Aquarius, please? There it is, the tiger eye. I'm going to give you both of these, the bottom and the top, because I feel like they're both very good for you. They're easy to find, tiger eye and clear quartz. So the tiger eye is a connection to your courage. It's a connection to your confidence too, because it is a solar plexus chakra. We also do have the keyword of animals. So there may be animals in your life in some way this month. And the clear quartz is attuned to the crown chakra, meditative energy. This is a good time to clear the mind, calm things down, think before you speak, all of that kind of thing. Come from a place of calm, of mental clarity and openness. Let's get into a spiritual guardian or guide. Which one of you would like to be helping Aquarius the most for August 2022? Wow, okay. So Libra had the same one. Same one. Big energy, Odin, psychic insight. There's something going on with you air signs. There's some similar vibes running through your readings. It was the same with the fire signs last night. They had some real similar stuff. So psychic insight, your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. Odin is very much about using your intuition, and also it is about release. It is about letting certain things go. Many times it is about letting certain mindsets go, right? Because this is, you know, y'all are the intellectuals, right? You're the most prone to overthinking something. So this is really encouraging an open third eye, an open mind, maybe releasing old ideas or attitudes or the way you used to see something. Something shifting. Could have to do with relationships or work. Usually those are the things that impacts the most for all of us. All right, Aquarius, let's get into your tarot. We're going to take a nice big look at the month of August ahead. Please, Spirit, show us Aquarius in the tarot. All right, new energy. Yeah, lots of choices coming up. Oh my goodness. Some old burden, some cycles are completing. That's a good thing. It's a very good thing. All right, so right in the center, Page of Wands. There is something, you know, at the heart of your month that has a lot to do with new beginnings, new growth, new ideas, new thoughts, new feelings, return of some joy. Yeah, Page of Wands is to me kind of a playful, childlike energy. It's Aries energy, right? So it's lighthearted. It doesn't take things too seriously. Two of Pentacles. Yes, I think Aquarius, I feel like you're going to be balancing a lot between a more serious part of yourself and a more playful part of yourself this month, because Two of Pentacles is Capricorn and this is Aries, and they might butt heads a little bit. They really might, because Aries is more impulsive, more playful, spontaneous. Capricorn is not. Capricorn is like, I got to plan it out. I don't like surprises. I do not go with the flow. So yeah, it's, you know, it's a real balance between having fun and being serious here. In the immediate past, there's been a lot going on here, Aquarius, with this Eight of Wands. A lot of conversations, communication, movement, thoughts of travel, thoughts of going places. A lot of things up in the air. So let's get a clarifier here for you. Yeah, and you've been kind of doing this by yourself. I don't get the sense that there's been like a whole lot of maybe romantic connection. Sometimes that can be with the Eight of Wands, but I feel like this has been more a journey of yourself. Like that Voyage card is in there, and I really feel like this has been so much about you following your own path, following your own star, listening to yourself. And even if you didn't want to, you had to just chill out on your own. Very hermity, you know, just really doing your own thing. Coming up into the second half of the month, I do feel like there are going to be a lot of decisions. There's going to be a lot of options. It may be hard to make a choice, but you do have to, right? You do have to with the Seven of Cups. You might feel a little emotionally overwhelmed. You might feel like, oh my God, how am I ever going to choose? What am I going to do? Try to make the best choice you can, Aquarius, and go for it. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I would say slow and steady wins the race. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed. Just keep it in perspective. Eight of Pentacles is very solid. It's very one day at a time. It's very, I'm going to work, at what I've got to work at, and not get too caught up in the past or the future. If I work at things well, one day at a time, the future will take care of itself. That kind of feeling. On the bottom, in your heart of hearts, the subconscious position is the Knight of Pentacles. So I do feel, Aquarius, it's like you do have plans for movement. You do have plans for growth. You do have plans to establish something and move things forward, but it's slow. It's moving slowly. It may be slower than you want, but that's really what it is. But the positive thing about the Knight of Pentacles is this is the most successful knight. He gets there in one piece. He has the most chance of success of all the knights because he plans well in advance, right? So the more you plan in advance, the better. And I do in some ways feel like you don't want to be rushed in your process. Like you're like, I will get there, but don't rush me. That's the feeling I get with this. Strength, yeah, it does take courage. It does take strength, and I do feel it in this in the subconscious position is that Leo energy. You've got to balance the ego drives, personal pride. You might really be dealing with some feelings, right? It's sort of that, the woman is the symbol of our spirit, our spiritual nature. The lion is our human nature, and it's really about the two working together, right? Our spirit calming those more volatile human emotions. On the top, crowning the spread, message from Spirit, 10 of Wands. It's letting you know there's some burdensome, heavy cycles that are going to be resolved this month. If things have been feeling super heavy, super challenging, difficult, the weight of the world on your shoulders, that's going to be changing, Aquarius. That's the end of a burdensome cycle coming full circle. And the Nine of Cups, it definitely has something to do with wishes, hopes, desires, what you would like to see in the future. All right, let's get some advice for Aquarius, please, Spirit. Show us what is the best course of action for all this. Yeah, be loving. Be open, be compassionate. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, really nice. Suggested approach, Aquarius, is, yeah, to be very, very emotionally open, loving, love others as Spirit loves you, right? This is an energy of forgiveness, huge gifts of Spirit, of love, spiritual and emotional connection. So don't fight the flow, don't overthink it. Like, just go with your feelings, go with the emotions that flow and spring naturally from your heart. Don't overthink those emotions. Let's get a clarifier, please, on this Ace of Cups. Seven of Wands, yeah, because there's some defensiveness in there. There is some defensiveness, and I feel like, the way to get through those barriers is by being your best self. It's by being, emotional, truthful, compassionate, empathetic, non-judgmental, right? Because you or someone else or both may have their walls up with the Seven of Wands. They may be like, kind of like on their guard, right? What you need to know, there's the Hermit. You've got this twice in your reading this month, so I do feel that there is a lot of internal process going on. Mostly for you, could be for, someone else as well, but I feel like for you, it's like you need to know that a lot of what is going on for you or with you needs to be handled through you. Like you might think, oh, it's the other person's problem, or it might be this person's situation that I'm in, but it has much more to do with you than it does with anything external, because this is that search for inner truth. This is that, need for inner healing. And many times, yes, it takes a little bit or sometimes a lot of alone time to really come to grips with what you're struggling with or what you're about. It's a healing energy. It's Virgo power card. So it's like this is really a journey of self-healing. as well as one of self-truth and personal truth. Yeah, Six of Swords. And I feel like, you know, what's happening in that process of healing is leaving behind painful arguments, drama, chaos, a need to always stir up trouble or to get engaged in other people's drama or trouble as well. It's like, you know, you're making the choice to go away from that, both for yourself and from situations in your life. Hopes and fears, the Queen of Wands. There's our Leo Queen. You know, you may be like kind of concerned about your confidence level. This is it. That's the heart of things. I feel like, you know, it's ego drives, right? We saw that kind of in the beginning. There's a little bit of that where it's sort of like, don't let yourself fall into that. There's a little bit of hope and fear. It's like you want to be confident and self-assured, but you don't want to be egotistical or arrogant. There's a balance between that. There's negative pride and there's healthy pride, right? And I feel like you're a little concerned about that. Let's get into a clarifier on the Queen of Wands, please. Ace of Cups again. And the Fool card wanted to come out too. I really do feel that the best way to handle this month, we got Ace of Cups twice, we got the Hermit twice. It's really to embrace a very spiritual life attitude. It's like go with the flow, trust in the divine. What happens will happen. What's meant to be will be. I know that's easier said than done, but that's definitely the advice there. Outcome card. Yeah, beautiful. I think Libra had this too. Yeah. This came out for all our air signs in every reading. Every air sign reading, they all had the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel that there are things that are opening up for you guys. You know, the wheel is moving forward in your favor. You're coming out of stagnation. There is positive growth. I do feel that in a way, even though it came up for all the air signs, it does correspond strongest to you, Aquarius, because all the fixed signs are represented in this card, and one of those is yours. So you are in that card as well. That's an important thing to note. It impacts you just a little bit more personally because of that. Let's clarify Wheel of Fortune, please, for Aquarius. Yeah, Knight of Wands. This is definite movement. Holy cow. I mean, there's just, yeah, things are going to move forward. Things are going to move forward, Aquarius. It's not going to sit still forever. You know, things aren't going to be on pause forever. There's a lot of activity and there's a lot of movement. This has both got Sagittarian energy on it, right? So it's a big month of travel, a lot of movement, a lot of things going on. On the bottom, I do feel like things are going to turn out really well for you this month. I really do. Look at that. The undercurrent is the Star card, which is your own power card. Hope and faith being restored, miracles being possible, balance coming back into your life, you feeling back in your power position, and the Six of Wands, which is victory, success, recognized personal achievement. You know, it makes you feel like I had a victory, I had a success, I had a breakthrough. That's what it feels like. It's really nice. I feel like, wow, and this is interesting that this flipped out at the very end again. Look at that. 10 of Wands, 10 of Wands. Aquarius, there's been a heavy cycle that's going to be coming to an end this month. Hang in there. Hang in there. Let's get an affirmation on this for you guys. Watch out for that monkey. The monkey energy, the trick card. The monkey is in Chinese astrology is akin to Leo energy. Just saying, y'all. Things may not be as they appear to be. Don't just hear, you have to listen. Don't just look, see. Don't just sense, feel. You're taking a risk if you insist on proceeding. Observe the situation closely. With more detailed information, you will see through any deceptions, right? So just be aware. You know, there could be some things that you might be prejudging. There might be some things that you're like, oh, it's going to be this or it's going to be that. But it may not be an issue at all, right? It's like proceed carefully. You know, and observe what you encounter one day at a time. You know, monkey energy to me in the Chinese zodiac is, you know, really kind of like the puzzle solver. You know, that's very much, and also just keeping drama in check. Like, because monkey energy people, they can be very dramatic. My sister is a monkey ear. Oh my goodness. It is definitely brings that Leo vibe where it's like, oh, oh. Yeah. So just putting that out there. On the bottom though, we did have the dragon. Yes, we had the dragon card on the bottom of the deck, which is really nice energy. It's a power card. Smooth soaring ahead. You can lead with authority and mystical power. You are blessed with innate courage, tenacity, and sophistication, but you are your greatest challenge, right? Refrain from self-criticism and doubt. Ultimate success is predestined. So that's another message for you, Aquarius. Don't doubt yourself or your abilities to make things turn out in a positive light or direction. But again, because, you know, the dragon and the monkey are both fire energy, Aries and Leo represented, and I feel like, you know, their biggest potential risk or downfall is their own ego. It is, right? Their own ego or their own, you know, lack of, like, you know, just saying things in the right way or coming off across too brash or too, you know, up in your face. So a little subtlety, right, goes a long way. That's something to remember as well. Really nice reads, guys. We had a good night, had a good round. And so all our August readings are done. I will timestamp these for you guys so that you can easily access them through the month if you want to reference them again. And probably the next live streams I'll do maybe are on or around the full moon. That will be the full moon in Aquarius. I believe that's going to be either the 12th or the 13th. Because that's around, yeah, it's around 30 days. And it is going to be a really busy month, so I may not be able to get to them, but if I can, I will. And I also do have an alternate channel that I've been having a lot of fun with lately. I've been posting up different reviews for my favorite perfumes. Or perfumes that I haven't tried before. And my alternate channel on YouTube was called Sassy Dragon. And it's been really fun. Like, I've actually had a lot of growth already on it. So if you're interested in reading and hearing about that, come on over. I also do post bunny videos and other random things that, you know, I come across. So it's not just all about perfume. But yeah, Sassy Dragon is my alternate YouTube channel for those of you who want to follow that one along as well. That's more like non-tarot, non-astrology related. Sometimes I talk about it a little bit, but not like here. But it's been really fun. So yeah, guys, super fun to have you. Super fun to see you guys again. Hope you have a great night, and I will be seeing you soon. Thanks so much again for being here. Love you, and you're always awesome. Take care.